Hi guys, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how I edit my Instagram pictures. So I'm gonna be sitting to the side of the frame so that I can insert in this open space what I'm actually doing. I'm gonna walk you guys through exactly what I do because I get a lot of questions on my Instagram about what presets I use or how I edit my photos or just what I do. So I wanted to show you guys on here exactly what I do to edit my pictures. It's very simple. I don't do very many steps and I don't use too many apps or anything like that. I keep it very simple. So I'm gonna show you guys a few different pictures, how I edit them differently, and kind of just how I do things. So the first one I'll do is this one right here, and I actually did post this on my Instagram. So I'll go ahead and show you what I do. So once you've uploaded your picture into the Lightroom app, which is super easy, you just hit this button here and hit from camera roll, and then you select whatever picture you want. So I'll go ahead and I'll pick this one. What I'll do then is I'll scroll over to the presets button, and I have quite a few presets. I've purchased quite a few over the last year, whether it be from 123 Presets, that's like a website that has them, or bloggers who sell them. I tend to get them from bloggers. I kind of just look at the ones that kind of have the same style I do, and I will download them. I don't have a perfect preset yet. I haven't found one that is just like exactly what I would want, but I have some that I really do like, and I kind of tweak them to be what I want them to be. So if you can see, these, I have some bright and airy ones, and I don't use those. I'm gonna be honest. I purchased them and they were very cheap, but I just don't like them. I truly don't use most of these. I have about 4 that I really like, and I think it's kind of trial and error with presets, because I do get a lot of questions about which ones I use, and it takes a while to figure out what your style is and what you like. So my main favorite ones are these Jess Southern ones. If you guys have heard of her, she's Jesse James Decker's best friend, and she created presets. So these are my go-to favorite ones. The Jess Southern 1 and 2 are kind of my go-to, and then I sometimes use outdoor if the photo works with it. Otherwise, I really like Miami 2 and On Cloud 9, but I tweak them all. So I'll show you guys what I went ahead and did. For this photo, I hit Jess Southern 1, and you can see that it brightens the photo. It kind of lightens up everything, which is what I like. I like a light, bright photo. So you can see the before and the after. So what it does is it really just brightens it all. It takes any yellow out, and it makes it more of that white. The only thing about this preset that I'm not crazy about is how pale it makes the lips. So if you look at my lipstick before, it definitely is a deeper tone, and then when you add this over top, it makes it very light. Now, I don't mind too much because I do wear really light nude lipsticks, but in some photos, this will make it look too crazy, and I get sad because every other part of the picture, I really love the filter, but my lips look like white or like so bubblegum pink that I'm like, okay, that looks a little silly. So that's the one thing where I say, like, not every preset is gonna be perfect for every photo. For this one, I was totally okay because I like a really light lip and I thought it looked fine. So that's the before and the after. You can see if I go to Jess Southern 2, for this one, it makes me look a little too orangey for my liking. But if you did like this look, you could go ahead and hit okay. And then you can go into the lighting. And I will mess with the exposure, or you can go down to color and you can bring the temp down a little bit, or you can bring the saturation down a bit, whatever you want to do to kind of mess with it. It doesn't mean that if something looks a little too this or that it's just too bad. You can go in and you can switch things up. You can go into detail and you can kind of sharpen the image if you like that look, or you could go into smoothness and add more smoothing to it. You can go into effects and you can go down to grain and add grain to your photo. It just depends what you personally like. So for me, and you can reset it to be original and restart. So if I go down to Just Southern One, which is what I did use for my Instagram, this is where I will stop. I don't do anything else to this particular photo because I like the filter. So I'll just go ahead and hit export to camera roll. And now that it's saved, sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. I have this Facetune app, and then I go in, and this is only sometimes, but I will click on this photo and I will hit retouch and I will hit details, and I'll zoom in and kind of tap on my eyes. And then as you see, it's very subtle. If I'll do it more exaggerated so you can see. If you do that, obviously that's way too much. But you can see how it allows you to add detail to things. So sometimes you can undo, and so sometimes I will just tap on my eyes or my eyebrows or whatever it is and kind of move this dial to pretty low, but just enough that it kind of enhances some things. But that's all that I'll do. Sometimes I'll tap on like my necklace if I want that to kind of stand out, or I'll go to my hat or my outfit and just kind of let things stand out. But I don't always use that, just if I feel like I need to. So that's all I did for that photo. For the next photo, I want to show you just kind of like a little selfie that Ben and I took. So what I'll do is I'll go through and pick my preset. And I'll show you a couple different presets, because for this one, I used this Just Southern One. Again, it's my favorite preset that I have. I use it the most. So this is what that does to the photo. What I love about this is it just makes everything bright, but I don't feel that it changes the photo so much. I don't like super over edited photos. I don't do a lot of Facetune, a lot of stuff like that. The only really touch up I'll do on there is, again, if I need to kind of just enhance something with the detail tool, but that's it. I really don't do anything else. Otherwise, I literally just add a preset, and then sometimes I'll adjust some lighting. So this is what I used for this particular photo. I love this preset, but I'll go ahead and show you some of my other ones that I like as well. Now this one is gonna look scary at first. I would never use it like this, but then what you can do is you can go into your lighting, you can up your lighting, you can, you know, go to your color, and you can turn the temp or up the temp, or go to saturation and bring it down or bring it up, or, you know, whatever you feel that you like. So if you like more of this kind of bronzy tone opposed to the more white bright look, I really like this filter as well. I use this on certain photos that I want more of that like warm tone look, but as you can see, when you first put it on, it looks scary. Like, I would never ever do this and leave it. It isn't my style. I don't like how it looks. So I just want to show you guys that there are things you can mess with to change how it looks. How it is when you first apply it is not how it has to stay. I also like this filter called On Cloud 9. This one adds almost a bit of like a pinky warm tinge, which I do like this one as well. Then I would go into lighting. I'd probably up the exposure a little bit, and you can kind of deal with shadows if you want, you know, to enhance things. See, if you did this, it takes away all shadow. This makes it dark. So you can mess with this and add a little bit more dimension to your photo, which I really like to do as well. So there is another, you know, option for filters. Then I wanted to show you this photo. It was taken with a flash inside our apartment. Obviously not the prettiest background. This is taken for my jean haul video. So this is the original photo, okay? This is how everything looks just normal. You can see my makeup, all those things. It's just pretty dark. So then what I would do is I'd go into my presets, and again, I'd kind of mess with them, see what I like. So I always start with the Just Southern ones because those are what I like the best. So this is the one I ended up using for the photo. You can just see it brightens up everything. It enhances the makeup, which is what I like. I like having where your makeup stands out, and I felt like it did that for this photo. I felt like basically what this filter does is it just brightens everything and makes it look like more high def and more professional, you know, in my opinion. But you can also go ahead and try like this Miami one, but then you can see it kind of fades out my jeans. So if I go to the lighting and I up the lighting, for me personally, oh, I wanted to mention too, in this Miami one, it adds a lot of sharpening. So I'll go to detail and I bring the sharpening way down because I don't like a sharpened look. But if you can see here, this particular photo doesn't work well with this preset because it washes out my jeans and it looks too, in my opinion, it looks too sharp and too high def. So you just kind of go through and you pick what you think fits what you want. I also have these Mercury ones that I tried out. These are more brown tone, which isn't really what I like that much. So you just kind of go through and you try different presets, and this is that On Cloud 9 one that I like. So then again, I would lighten it up and see what I like. I do like this one, but personally, I just really like the Light Bright Jess Southern one. So that is typically what I use, but that is kind of what I would do for this picture. So then I wanted to go ahead and show you a photo like this, which is really dark and you just want it to pop. This was the dress that I wore for my bachelorette, and I loved this dress. It's from White Fox Boutique. It's my favorite dress I've ever worn besides my wedding dress. So I have Austin as one. This is kind of a pinky, warmer one, but it does brighten it up quite a bit. And then if you go and you lighten it, you can see the difference there. Otherwise, I just go through and try other things. Now, one thing about this Jess Southern one, sometimes it's a little too cool for me on certain things. Here, it looks too bluey for my liking. So again, you kind of just go through and you gotta see what personally works for you. I have these newborn ones that I ended up not liking. I have some pink ones that I like to try. I just kind of go through and I try different ones and I see what I like. I think for this one, I ended up going with Austin, and then I added some brightness to it, and then I probably went in and add some detail to the dress. If I go into Jess Southern here, it makes my lips like white pink, which I don't like that. That's not cute. So that's not gonna work for this one. Even if I go to the deeper one, it makes me tanner, but it keeps my lips way too pinky white. So that's just not gonna work. If I go to my On Cloud 9, I like this one, but it makes me, it's a little too washed out for me. Everything kind of blends together a little bit too much. So I don't love that one on this one. I do like Miami though, because this is what Miami looks like. It keeps the color of my lipstick. It keeps the nice tan on my skin, but I don't like how grainy it is. So I'll go ahead and I'll decrease the sharpening here. See, they have it way up. I don't like that look. I like it way down, so it kind of, you know, blurs a little, looks a little softer. And then if I feel like I need some detail, I can go in with that detail tool on Facetune. Then what I do is just add a little bit of brightness to this photo. And then sometimes I mess with the shadows, sometimes I don't. But then I've got this photo where the lip color stays more true to color. I keep the skin tone and it just looks more natural. So you can see the before and after, it just adds life to the photo. And sometimes cameras can kind of wash you out. Like, you can be really tan or bronzy, glowy in person, and then on camera it's just not translating. So here I look pretty washed out. It just looks kind of lackluster, and then when you add the preset, it just adds life to it and makes the photo stand out. So that's one of my favorite ways to use Miami. I'm gonna show you guys one more photo. This is me and my sister in the summertime. So you can go through and just try out different filters. See what you like. Do you like bright and airy? Maybe you do. Maybe that is your style. For me, these are just a little too much. I don't feel like they look natural. So I don't love those. But you can just click through and see, like, what, for me, this one almost turns it a little too white for a summer picture. So this has the Just Southern Outdoor, and it keeps us more true to our color. So this is when I would actually use the outdoor filter, because it's not gonna make us look orange, it's gonna keep our kind of summer color. Then you can go through, do you like a more vintagey look? I do really like this Mercury one. It just doesn't tend to fit with my overall like with that bright and airy, but I do like it for certain pictures. This Mercury one, it just adds a cute little bronze. I really do like that one. So there's just like a bunch of different ones where you can go through and you can see what you like. This is a great one to use Miami, because Miami works really well with outdoor scenery because it tends to make you look really tan. Also, Miami has a few other ones. I just personally like the number 2 one the best. But then you can, again, you can go in and you can unsharpen it, and you can kind of work with the lighting and see what you like, and it's just, it makes it really easy. So then you're kind of looking at, you know, before, after. It just brightens everything and makes everything kind of come to life. So that is it, you guys. That's how I edit my Instagram photos. I wanted to just show you how easy it is. I don't do a lot to my photos. I like to put a preset on, maybe adjust some lighting, maybe add some detail to something, but that's it. So I want to show you guys how easy it is. I think when you look at Instagram pages, sometimes it's like, whoa, how do you get that particular look? But once you find a preset you like, it's actually very simple. So just want to show you guys what I do to edit my photos. If you guys like this video or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to follow my Instagram at rachelfreeby_. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.